Lippin Point, the trailhead for the Tanner Trail. It's about 8 o'clock Sunday morning. Temperature's about 30 degrees. We had some snow last night.
Wind chill is
Wind chill is very cold. You see the camera shaking a little bit. Trying to pan this area here, give you some feel. We should be on the trail probably within the next 15 or 20 minutes, just getting our gear ready.
Going down there. You're stupid.
You're stupid. We're back. Been hiking about 45 minutes. Snow-covered trails for almost the entire part. Switchbacks the entire length. Dropped about 1,000 vertical feet in 45 minutes. Terrain is tough. Hiking poles a great choice. We're at our first break. Everybody says to changing their gear, going a little bit lighter when we go down the canyon. The warmer it gets, the harder you're working, the less gear, less clothing you need on. You guys are doing great. I'm going to slowly pan, give you some idea as to where we're at, how much we dropped. You can hear the wind blowing, gusting to, I guess, about 30 miles an hour at times. Catch you at our next stop. Here we are, about 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours later.
2.5 hours into the hike.
2.5 times more tired.
Everybody's doing well. I'm just going to try to pan slowly across. This is a beautiful vista that just opened up as we got down.
Yep.
Trying to pan up here, get the Desert View Tower if I can. Right into the sun, probably blinded you. There it is. Little notch if that comes in as Desert View Tower. This is about the distance we've traveled. You can see the rim just came down through this stretch right through here. It's been relentless to this point, and I think hopefully at this point it flattens out for a little bit. Gives us a chance to rest the legs. There he is, Jeffrey.
I think we've come about 3 miles. I could be totally wrong, but I think we're at about the 3-mile mark right
now. All right, until next time. We've been out for about 3.5 hours in total. Taking a little break. Trying to give you some idea of the majesty of this place. Everybody doing well so far? Here we are, it's about 1:30 in the afternoon. Been on the trail for about 5.5 hours. I'm at the foot of some switchbacks. I hiked down so I could get some video of Jeff and Bruce coming down. I don't know if the camera will do it justice, but this is some real steep stuff. We're in the Red Wall area. Probably have about 4 more hours before we get to the river. Hiking poles have been of great use. And as you can see, footing not great. Every step you take is questionable. You may slip. Poles help a great deal though. Slow going here, and I'm a little tentative because I'm standing right on the edge of a pretty good cliff. As you can see, switchbacks are just a series of Z's connected to help minimize the effect of erosion and also make it easier and safer for hikers to descend.
I'm having lots of fun, and I plan to do this again real soon, maybe when I'm 70. What a day. No place I'd rather be.
Can't believe it changed from bird to like 60 degrees.
Okay, update. Been out about 6.5 hours. We guesstimate we're about 3/4 of the way through. There's Bruce stopping to have a little snack. Just came down from a pretty nasty set of switchbacks. You can't really appreciate it, but this is not even the top of the rim. This is just one section, one formation that we just came through, with more to come. Everybody's feeling pretty good, working hard, a little tired, but certainly got a lot left. Another hiker on the trail. Don't know who this person is, but I figured add it to the footage. As you can see, this person's going up. It's sort of a one step after another. Tough climb. This is, hopefully this shows up, there's a line dead center in the camera. This is the trail that we're going to get down to eventually. This is probably about at least 1,000 feet below us. You have to go through there. Basically, let's see if there's anyone else in the picture. Jeffrey, having a snack. Yeah.
I'm definitely hungry.
How are things going?
What?
How are things?
Going good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
All right. These are some hikers that are going up. They passed us. They're going up. We're still heading down. Just want to give you an idea of distance traveled. Zoomed in here now. I'm going to zoom away to where we are. You can see it's pretty cool. All right.
What a
Roughly 7 hours and 15 minutes into the hike. That is our point of destination down there. You can see the whitewater is to Tanner Rapids. Bruce, is that Tanner Beach over there on the right?
No, straight ahead.
Straight ahead. All right. It looks kind of close, but probably have a couple more
Everything
hours.
looks a lot closer than it really is in this place. Unreal. Can't believe we only come here every 2 years.
If you guys stand around, get your picture.
Sounds good.
I want you to kind of go move back this way just as soon as Carl finishes filming.
Hurry up there. Almost there, happy fans. Yep, here we are, day 2, morning of. Sorry about no concluding statements yesterday. The tail end of the hike was such that
I already made the omelets. This is just the second course. The omelets and the mimosas were fine.
the end of the trip wound up taking 9 hours and 50 minutes, and we were exhausted in the prospect of pulling out a video camera and documenting the end of our hike. It just wasn't very appealing, so I apologize. We're at Tanner Beach. We'll probably spend the day here, just resting and relaxing. And because of how difficult the hike was, we will be, this is the site from our campsite, by the way, just giving you a panoramic view here. We will do a 2-day hike out. We'll probably go about halfway up tomorrow and hike out on Wednesday. The prospect of probably taking about 12 hours to get out total, because going out is harder than going in. We are going to make it into a 2-day journey. This is the view from our site. If you listen carefully, I think you can hear the rapids in the background. If that's coming through on the camera, you will think it's Monmouth Road, but it's actually Tanner Rapids. It's the roar of the water. We're probably 200 yards from the water at this point. The beach here is all covered with this brush and rocks like this, but there are several sections where the sand is nice and smooth. We found a spot like that for our campsite. Slept about 11 hours last night. Everybody was fairly exhausted. It was such a beautiful night that we slept outside. And stars were beautiful, and at one point when the moon was at its highest, it is as though someone turned the light on. I'm being called to breakfast. More later. Here we are once again, day 2. Had our breakfast and doing a little exploring. This is Tanner Rapids. Try to pan slowly. We're looking west at the lowest point of the canyon. We are again day 2, about 10:40 a.m. taking a little day hike.
We're too lazy to climb up there.
enough climbing to do it tomorrow.
I prefer prudent.
You know, keep your eyes open, Jeff. Sometimes what you see around in areas like that. Don't that water boiling, huh?
Yeah. You know, they say a filmed pot never boils. End of day 2. Pretty much spent the day exploring and trying to stay out of the sun. The heat was rather intense down here. Checked out some beaches, took some great photos, got some good video, as you all will see or have seen. And just trying to give you a little feel for what's happening this time of night. Wind's picking up, it's a little after 5 o'clock. Jeff waiting patiently for his meal. A lovely delicacy of beef stroganoff. Probably mixed with a bit of sand. And every once in a while you forget where you are and you look up and you realize how amazing it is. Try to zoom in on the Desert View Tower.
Hi, Carl.
Hello,
Hey,
Bruce.
I'm here.
This is Desert View Tower.
The only man-made structure that one can see from the river.
Almost even down near it. Here we are. Some perspective. See you tomorrow. Here we are, day 3. First day of a 2-day ascent. We're about 2.5 hours into the hike. Started around 7:30 this morning. So first rest of the day is a view where we're at.
Holy moly, Carl, look at those cactus. What do you have to say about those cactus?
They hurt.
Don't get too close now.
It gets pretty good. Let's see.
Are they rowing or are they motoring?
I don't know yet. There's 20. Can't really see. I got like 4. That was just 42 power.
Yeah.
Too shaky.
Too shaky. Can you get a decent look with you like your 20?
Let's see. No, I can't tell. Motor.
Motor?
See the wake?
Yeah, it looks like it's just looks. Yeah, there's the other one. That's the same trip we saw before. They must have stopped.
Well, day 3 continues. Slight change of plans. We're probably about 2.5 to 3 hours from the rim. We're out about 7.5 hours for the day so far. Everybody's feeling so good that we're going to push for the rim and instead of making it a 2-day ascent. Hope the camera picks us up, but we were complaining about the heat yesterday and now we're dealing with snow and probably temperatures in the 30s. Pretty amazing.
There's no place like the Grand Canyon. There's no
Yeah.
place like the Grand Canyon.
Yay. It's got a pun.
There's
See-
a million of them.
See you at the rim. This will be the last recording on the trail. Lord willing. Here's Jeffrey taking a break. About 8.5 hours into our ascent. We are figuring we have about approximately another 2 hours to get to the rim.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. Figure put us at the rim around 6 o'clock. As you can see, it's snow starting to accumulate, which is the rest of the trip is pretty much straight uphill with a lot of switchbacks. So the snow is just going to add to the difficulty factor.
Pan around and show them what we have to go up.
Okay, here's where we came from. Can't really see that far into the canyon. I'm going to try to go around slowly here. And the sun looks like it wants to come out, which is a real treat. But we're going to go right up there. We figured right between those 2 big peaks is about where we have to be. It's speculation. But everybody's feeling pretty good, other than a tad tired. And there's Bruce. Say hi, Bruce. Yeah, you can tell he's very sincere. All right, see you at the rim. About 2 hours.